Issue number 2. The Awakened. By the end of the first week, Chicago was no longer a city under one sky. It was a city under two truths. Scene 1. The Pull. In Bronzeville, Pastor Gideon's sermons had gone viral. Short clips of him, sweaty and blazing with conviction, were spreading across social media. The Vail is not our doom, it's our liberation. The voice you hear is yours. It speaks your truest name. And when you answer, the chains fall away. The awakened began to gather in open-air services. They stood for hours in the cold, heads tilted upward, waiting for their turn to hear the call. To the press, they were a harmless curiosity. To the police, a potential riot. To Eli, they were the beginnings of a spiritual infection. Scene 2. Unsettling signs. Detective Remy Knox was running on caffeine and suspicion. In a city used to its fair share of strange crimes, these were different. Families abandoning their homes without taking a single belonging. People walking into Lake Michigan fully clothed and not resurfacing. A man who stood in the middle of Wacker Drive for 6 hours, speaking in a language no one could identify, until his heart simply stopped. And all of them, without fail, had looked up at the Vail before it happened. Scene 3. A divided city. Eli tried to warn city leaders, but politics got in the way. The mayor saw the Vail as a symbol of unity. Tourism boards saw an opportunity. Drone footage of the shimmering rift became the top search result on every travel site. Merch vendors popped up selling, "Touched by the Vail" t-shirts. Yet in the neighborhoods, old wounds were reopening. Some claimed the Vail's prophecies were meant for their community alone. Others swore it was a curse sent for their enemies. By the time Eli returned to his rooftop vantage point, the whispers had shifted. They no longer felt like an invitation. They felt like a test. Scene 4. The Turning Point. That night, the awakened marched to Millennium Park. Thousands strong, they circled the Cloud Gate, the bean, hands raised, voices chanting a phrase Eli couldn't understand but felt in his bones. The Vail pulsed above, brighter and more solid than ever before. And for the first time, Eli saw shapes moving inside it. Not stars. Not angels. Something else. The next morning, a section of the city awoke to find their entire block subtly wrong. Street signs in languages no one spoke. Buildings with an extra floor that hadn't existed before. Faces in family portraits slightly altered. The Vail wasn't just talking anymore. It was rewriting. To be continued.